Good day, welcome back to Mbochi Caroline channel where we discuss nutrition. From the introductory content, we learn that nutrition is a science of food. It is that science of food which gives us complete information about food and how our bodies interact with it. And so today we are going to look at those aspects which constitute nutrition, and I call them the 9 bites. They include the chemical composition of food, the production of food, the processing of the food, the consumption of food, the digestion of food, the absorption of the nutrients from the food, the transportation of the nutrients in the body, the utilization of the nutrients by the body, and the removal of the waste that accumulates during the metabolic processes. Now let's look at those aspects or the 9 bites. The chemical composition of food. One thing we should know is that food is full of surprises. It is a medium that contains several items. It's just like the woman handbag, where we find powder, we find perfume, and in it we find handkerchief that she will use to clean the dust or the sweat from her face. And so remember, it constitutes germs. And so food is a vehicle or is a medium which does not only contain the nutrients which are essential for the body, but also contain non-nutritional components. Some of them can be harmful and some of them can be beneficial. Just like for those that are beneficial, we have the phytochemicals from plants, we have the flavonoids also from plants, which are very important, especially in brain function and also in improving heart function. There are also the anti-nutrient factors in food and also toxins. The anti-nutrient factors of food that impairs with digestion, absorption, and utilization of nutrients in the body. And we have the toxin, which can cause damages or injuries to cell tissues of the body. It helps us in the chemical composition of the food to understand the nutrients that are contained in those foods and those ones that are not available, so that we'll be able to make wise choice of food, mix them properly in order to obtain what we call adequate meals. Then we have the production. We should know that before we can make food, there's the need for us to ensure the availability of those food. And in ensuring availability of food, there is a need to cultivate them or to farm. We can rear animals. All these are farming. The second aspect of nutrition is the production of food. Before we can prepare meals, there has to be availability of the food itself. How do we make this food available? Through farming. It can be plants cultivation, it can be animal farming, which we call rearing of animals, it can be fishery, etc. And we look at the environmental factors and the natural ecology, which are all factors that influence the production of food. Third is processing. That is the aspect in which we improve the quality of food, from simple aspect of washing a mango before we consume, to picking stones from the rice we're going to prepare, or picking harmful substance or unwanted parts from tubers of yam or potatoes, and also transformation of this food into other products. It also includes the application of heat to food, where as we apply heat to food, we tend to soften the texture of the food, making it more palatable. It's like applying heat to your potatoes to soften it. It's like applying heat with water to boil your rice, thereby softening the texture and making it easier for consumption. Remember, we said it's also transformation of raw food material into other products, which can make it more palatable or reducing the duration of preparing meals. We have cassava being transformed into gari, and then because it is gari, you find out that the preparation time is shorter. Fourth is the consumption of the food. The natural route in which foods get into the body is through the mouth, though there are other routes that food can get into the into the body, but that is for another discussion on another content. So the consumption of the food through our mouth, where we chew, goes down through the throat into the stomach, where the feet aspect, which is the digestion, which commences from the mouth, by it's just like using stones in which we ground corn or maize, so that in brushing the grains between the stones, these bigger grains of substance are being broken into smaller particles, and continuous grinding milling them into powder. So the breaking down is also a digestive process, which starts from the mouth, continue into the stomach, where acids with the saliva that have been swollen continue the mixing of the food itself, making it more soluble, and the continued grinding of pounding of the stomach, making it into a more soluble paste. This grinding continue until the small intestine, until the nutrients, that is important components and other factors, components in the food are released, like squeezing of sugarcane to extract, or chewing of sugarcane to extract the juice from it. Then the absorption, which is the sieving of the tiny molecules which are very important, that is the nutrients and other benefactors, into the bloodstream. Now the sixth aspect of nutrition is absorption, and in absorption is just comparable to sieving pap through a sieve, where the tiny molecules pass through so that they are absorbed into the bloodstream. The seventh aspect is the transportation of the nutrients. Now during absorption, remember the tiny molecules of nutrients sieve through the walls of the intestine into the bloodstream. So in transportation, it is how those nutrients are being moved through the blood to the liver and from there to other parts of the body, so that the body will be able to utilize them, which is the eighth aspect of nutrition, where the body utilizes these nutrients for energy production, for synthesis of cells and tissues, for regulation of body processes, and which includes also helping the body to fight against diseases. The ninth aspect is excretion, or removal of the waste from the body. As food is digested and the nutrients are released, wastes are generated, as it's not everything that goes into the bloodstream. So those wastes pass out of our body as fecal matter, and we have other wastes from the utilization and other metabolic process that are removed out of our body through the urine, alongside with the urine through the kidney. Now we've looked at those aspects which constitute nutrition. So having understanding of all those 9 aspects or 9 bites are what constitutes what we term as nutrition. For any individual who goes to a tertiary institution to have a broader learning of all those aspects, at the end is referred to as a nutritionist. Now, an application of those knowledge into utilization of food for promoting health, maintaining good nutritional status, prevention of nutrition related diseases, and treating the body with food in disease condition is what is termed as dietetics. Nutrition is having the knowledge, while application of that knowledge in order to prevent, treat nutritional related issues or diseases, maintain and promote health is what is regarded as a dietetic aspect. Now, for more content from this channel, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.